Good evening. In this video, we will explore the numerous claims about Christmas being pagan or stolen from older myths, such as Krishna, Mithras, Saturnalia, or Sol Invictus. We'll assess the actual historical evidence for each claim and consult respected scholarly sources along the way. A recurring claim is that December 25th was co-opted from pagan festivals, either Saturnalia, held December 17th to 23rd, or the Roman feast of Sol Invictus, potentially celebrated on December 25th after 274 AD. However, many scholars point to an early Christian tradition known as the calculation hypothesis. Thomas J. Talley, in the Origins of the Liturgical Year, suggests that early Christians believed Christ's crucifixion fell on March 25th. They presume the incarnation, that is, conception, also occurred on the same date. Counting 9 months from March 25th gives December 25th as the Nativity. The earliest known reference to December 25th as the date of the Nativity is found in the chronograph of 354 AD, which indicates that Christians were already commemorating Christ's birth on that day. Andrew McGowan, in How December 25th Became Christmas, discusses how these Christian theological calculations likely preceded any official establishment of Sol Invictus on December 25th. In short, there is no conclusive evidence that the Church selected December 25th in order to take over a pagan feast. The decision was guided largely by theological and liturgical reasoning. Some internet sources allege that many elements of Christianity, especially Christmas, were borrowed from Hindu traditions about Krishna. Common claims include that Krishna's birth was miraculously foretold, that he was adored by shepherds, or that he was somehow associated with December 25th. Vedic and post-Vedic texts do describe the birth of Krishna, but there is no textual basis indicating December 25th as his birthday. The adored by shepherds or placed in a manger parallels simply are not there in the Hindu scriptures. These are extrapolated by popular or New Age authors without citing primary Sanskrit texts. Scholars of Hinduism such as Wendy Doniger or Jab Van Butenen do not consider Krishna's birth traditions to be a historical source for the date or customs of Christmas. Christianity was developing in a Jewish Greco-Roman milieu, far removed from direct borrowings from Hindu practice at that time. Mithras is frequently cited as a pre-Christian parallel to Jesus, often with claims of virgin birth, a December 25th festival, 12 disciples, death, and resurrection. However, Mithraic scholarship tells a different story. Roger Beck, a leading scholar of Roman Mithraism, states that there is no ancient text supporting Mithras being born on December 25th or of a virgin. In fact, the common iconography has Mithras emerging fully grown from a rock. The idea of 12 disciples is tied to a zodiac motif in some Mithraic art, not a literal circle of followers akin to the apostles. Mithraism was a mystery cult largely concerned with the ritual reenactment of Mithras's slaying of the cosmic bull. There is no solid evidence in the primary sources for Mithras dying and rising. It is true Mithras was associated with the sun, but early Christian Sunday worship is traced back to Christ's resurrection on the first day of the week, and not to Mithraic practice. Some have said that Christmas is just Saturnalia with a Christian veneer. Saturnalia was indeed a popular Roman festival featuring feasting, gift-giving, and merriment. By the 4th century, Saturnalia occurred well before December 25th. And while certain seasonal customs might have influenced general holiday cheer, there is no ancient decree stating the Church replaced Saturnalia with Christmas. Andrew McGowan notes that the theological arguments for December 25th do not cite Saturnalia. There is no known church council or papal edict instructing Christians to appropriate Saturnalia. If such a move had been formally undertaken, we would expect surviving documents to mention it. Emperor Aurelian's establishment of the Feast of Sol Invictus around 274 AD is often cited as the reason the Church set Christmas on December 25th. The first clear evidence for a December 25th Feast of Sol Invictus appears in the 4th century, and the liturgical celebration of Christmas on that day appears around the same time in some regions. Stephen Hodgmans argues that while the sun cult was important, the direct link to the Christian choice of December 25th is speculative. We lack explicit source material stating a Christian takeover. When early Christian writers mention Christ as the true Son, it is a theological metaphor. This does not prove a direct appropriation of a solar cult feast. Controversies also swirl around the pagan origins of Christmas trees, stockings, and mistletoe. Let's address them briefly. Many historians note they possibly derive from medieval paradise trees used on December 24th in liturgical dramas. Over time, these decorated fir trees were integrated into domestic Christmas celebrations in German-speaking regions. St. Nicholas traditions, celebrated on December 6th, involved children leaving out shoes or stockings to receive gifts. There is no scholarly consensus linking this custom to Odin or other pagan deities. While ancient Druids admired mistletoe, the modern practice of kissing under the mistletoe seems to have emerged in late 18th century Britain. No direct line from ancient pagan fertility rites to the Victorian-era custom is documented. From Krishna parallels to Mithras myths, from Saturnalia to Sol Invictus, the most reliable historical evidence does not support the claim that Christmas is a simple pagan festival in disguise. Rather, the December 25th date can be explained by early Christian theological calculations. Tradition-specific elements like Christmas trees, stockings, and mistletoe have plausible medieval or later European origins without verifiable pagan continuity. When evaluating these topics, always check reputable scholars, such as Roger Beck on Mithras, Thomas Talley, or Andrew McGowan on the liturgical year, and historians of late antiquity, for well-documented discussions. The popular internet claims often cite no serious historical data, relying instead on post hoc associations and an assumption that similarity automatically means derivation. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helps clarify the real history behind Christmas traditions. While some cultural borrowing certainly happens across centuries, the core Christian celebration on December 25th is historically grounded in Christian, not pagan, theology. Suggested Bibliography 1, Andrew McGowan, How December 25th Became Christmas. Bible Review, December 2002. 1. Thomas J. Talley, The Origins of the Liturgical Year. Collegeville, Minnesota, The Liturgical Press, 1991. 1. Roger Beck, The Religion of the Mithras Cult in the Roman Empire. Mysteries of the Unconquered Sun. Oxford University Press, 2006. 1. Manfred Kloss, The Roman Cult of Mithras, translated by Richard Gordon. New York Routledge, 2001. 1. Stephen Hymans, Saul the Sun and the Art and Religions of Rome. PhD thesis, University of Groningen, 2009. 1. Francis X. Weiser, Handbook of Christian Feasts and Customs. New York Harcourt, Brace and World, 1958. 1. Tanya Gulevich, Encyclopedia of Christmas and New Year's Celebrations. Detroit Omnigraphics, 2003.